Okay, so this is another project. This is another thing from the auction, and it's got a cover. This is the thing that I think everybody hates me over, because everybody wanted it, and I ended up getting it. Any guesses? It's purple. Okay. There we go. Got the foot switch for it and the power cord. This is a Marshall Vintage Modern. And it's got two 12-inch speakers in it. It's purple. Vintage Modern 2266 C as in Charlie. And let's see, we have preamp volumes are marked body and detail. We have a mid boost switch, a dynamic range switch, which I think this must trip a relay or something because it doesn't seem to click in. Then we have treble, middle, bass, presence, master volume, and reverb, standby, and power. That's on the front side. On the back side we have dust, a fuse, 4 ohm or 8 ohm speaker selector, an effects loop, and the foot switch socket. Okay. Okay, that was just information about the fuse. I saw stuff about 220. I'm like, this isn't 220 volt. I don't know what speakers are in here. We'll probably take the back off of it to look at it and see. But this is made in England, so this is the real deal. And I have no idea if it works. I'm going to say, yeah, it works. So far the PV kind of worked, it just needed a tune-up. The guitars more or less worked, they just needed adjustment. One of the amps that you'll see later did have an issue, but if you wanted to go play a gig with it, I suppose you could. It wasn't that bad. So I suppose we should just plug this in. Let's see, is it still centered in the camera? Yeah, let's plug this in and see if it explodes. Okay. There's the electricity here. It's plugged into the soldering iron. Whoa. Okay, so the switch, that's off, that's on, so I had it plugged in. Oops. Okay, yeah, that is a relay switch for dynamic range high-low. Okay, so standby off on, I don't know which way these switches are. I hope I didn't log jam it too hard. Let's turn up master volume. And is there any noise? I don't hear anything. Then again, I don't have anything plugged into it. And maybe standby has to go down to be on. I don't know. We're looking at something I haven't actually seen before. So, okay, so there's no sound yet. Let's put that the other direction. Okay, now there's sound. So, down is on for these. That's kind of backwards from what I'm used to. That almost sounds like a bass control. That's pretty cool. Treble works presence seems to work. Master volume definitely works, and does the reverb work? Yes, it does. And all of these controls are quiet. Awesome. I don't know what dynamic range high and low does, but it seems to be kind of a noise thing. Maybe that's dynamic range is maybe the drive circuit. Low, high, overdrive. Maybe. Well, we need to give it a bath, but I don't think there's really going to be anything wrong with this, except it's dusty. They left the sheet up here. It says, set all the controls as per the diagram on the right. Select the dynamic range white LED. Okay, so they want it there. So it says I'm supposed to put it there, and there, and then put these all in the middle. I'm just guessing here. Master volume at half. Yeah, that'll kick you. That'll rip your face off. And adjust the preamp with guitar volume on full to give you your full maximum volume and shape, and then fine tune as necessary. Explore clean full drive sounds by varying your guitar's volume pot, and do this in both dynamic ranges without mid boost. Optimize to your own personal taste. Okay then. Whatever that means. So I suppose we can just see if this works. It's going to need a bath, but with two 12-inch speakers, I think this can hurt somebody. It's kind of dirty. I'm at least glad they left the sticker on it. The sticker's probably going to come off for the cleaning process, but at least I have an idea of what I'm looking at. That's where you want the preamp. Seriously? That's what you say is the default setting for the preamp. Good grief. So this doesn't really have like a pre... I don't think this thing has a clean channel. Maybe it does. Okay, so it has a kind of clean channel, I guess. Okay, so I suppose it works. I'm not sure what to think of this because it's not much of a clean channel, is it? I suppose if I turn this... Okay, well I suppose it kind of can, you can get it to go clean. The control scheme in this is just different from anything I'm possibly used to. I suppose we should just proceed to take the back off of it, test the tubes, and give it a bath. Sounds like fun. Okay, so the back's off and the speakers are Celestians with a Marshall label on them. They're G12Cs. And, okay. Hooray. And we have KT66 power tubes. That's a new one for us around here. We're used to 6L6s or BL84s or whatever. And then we have 2 tubes under the shield, and then we have 2 other, I think they say ECC83, so the 12AX7's up under there. So we'll check those and make sure they're alright, and then we'll just wipe the dust out. Okay, so in this amp all the tubes say Marshall, and they have date codes of like week 38 of 2007 and week 51 of 2007, so this is probably like, you know, late 2007, maybe in early 2008. All the other 12AX7s have white labels or white writing on them, and they resemble kind of what I consider the standard China 12AX7. But this one tests just as strong as the rest of them, but this one's different. It has an earlier date code. This is like 11th week of 2007. But the getter on this, it's different. This is just different construction. I don't recognize it. Some of these I can look at and go, oh, yep, that's a Sovtech. Oh, yeah, that's a JJ. That's a... What is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, well, whatever. It's not bad. It's going right back in the amp. Well, essentially, this is the most boring video ever. The only damage that this thing has is that little microscopic ding that you can't even feel on the Tolex. Otherwise, it's like new, undamaged. 10 years old and probably never left dude's house. And then I had to bring it to my house. So there's more dirt on the case than there was on the amp. So this is going to be a really boring video because just like with the Peavey, I really have no idea how to get a good sound out of it because I've played it for all of... That's funny, this kind of looks navy on the camera, but it is purple. That's interesting. So, perfectly good amp. Darn good score. Maybe I'll think this is the best thing in the world and keep it, or maybe we'll just put it right on the reverb sale. I suppose we should test the foot switch. Okay, so we plug the foot switch in. This is the dynamic range button. There's the LEDs for dynamic range, which is just picking up. That's actually the noise from the camera. This lead picks up the noise when I put it next to the camera. That's high gain for you. So, normal gain, high gain. Switch kind of feels like it has a hiccup in it. Maybe we'll clean the switch in the foot switch. And then the other one's the reverb, on and off. Should be off. Now it's on. Yes. Off. On. Okay. And then the dynamic range. Seems fine to me. Okay, well, a very boring video because there's nothing wrong with this amplifier. But, what a find, I guess, huh? That's the good thing. We found something really good, and
We don't really have to do anything to it other than give it a pretty look and wipe the dirt off, which we already did. Yay. Okay, Marshall Vintage Modern 2266C as in Charlie. We do have one more amp. It's over there in pieces, that maroon colored one. You'll get to see that in a few days. That was actually supposed to go on the bench before this, and it did, and then it had a little problem, so we're dealing with it. See you soon.